Reagan. Here is a review of our lesson from this week, and I hope I'm remembering it all correctly. We'll see. So the first thing I want to go over is our Taylor Swift chords, which is a G chord, our cheater G, which goes then to a D chord, then to an E minor chord, and then to our cheater C. And remember, we got to mute that top string on that cheater C. And the strumming pattern that we're using for that is all downstrokes, and it has this sort of group of three, group of three, group of two pattern, or butterfly, butterfly, beetle, butterfly, butterfly, beetle. So here we go from the top. 1 and 2, and play with me. Butterfly, butterfly. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now we go to the D chord. Now we go to the E minor. 1, 2, and now to the C chord. Let's do it one more time. So we're going to go back to the G chord. Here we go. G chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now to the D. Notice I'm muting that top string with my thumb. Now to the E minor. Now to the C chord, here it comes, the cheater C, and then we end it on the G chord. Here we go, and 4 and 1. All right, now, the second thing I want to review with you, this is actually all I can remember, so this is all that this review is going to entail, is our hammer-on exercise. And the chords that we are using for this are chords that I know you once played. And apparently we've forgotten this C chord and how to play it. I'm going to try and hold my fingers nice and close to the fretboard. So our C chord has our 3 finger on the 3rd fret, our 2 finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and our 1 finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And the note that we hammer on is going to be this 3 finger just coming off of the fret and then hammering down onto that fret. And it sounds like this with the hammer on. It goes. And you'll notice that I'm just doing downstrokes, just doing a simple strumming pattern. I think the strumming pattern that we talked about on Tuesday was something like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. So we'll just keep it really simple. We'll just do downstrokes. So again, that's that C chord shape with our 1 finger, our 2 finger, and our 3 finger. And then the E minor, all that happens is this number 3 finger is the only finger that moves, this one right here. And the other 2 fingers, they're anchors. They stay right there, and we just tuck this one underneath. And we can do the same thing with the hammer-on. So here we're hammering on. And then we go to the A minor chord, and we use the same finger for hammering on. And notice our thumb is muting the top string for both of these chords. So here we go again. Maybe I should review the whole thing. We got our C chord with our 1 finger, our 2 finger, and our 3 finger. And it might look like my pinky finger is touching something, but it really isn't. I'm just trying to keep it off of the fretboard. And I'm muting the top string. And that's our hammer-on finger. And then our A minor chord. It's very similar to the C chord. We just take this finger and we move it underneath onto the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string. And we still use that same hammer-on finger. And then the final chord is, of course, our E minor chord, which I'm using my Wolfpack fingers to play. So I'm playing my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the 4th string. And that 2nd finger is still our hammer-on finger. So here it is all put together. So starting on the C chord, going to the A chord, to the E minor chord. Here it is. 1 and 2, and here we go, and down. And hammer, and hammer, and next chord. Hammer, and hammer, and hammer, and hammer, and last chord, E minor. beginning. I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to do it a little bit slower so perhaps you can play along with me. So again, C chord, A minor chord, E minor chord. From the C chord. 1 and 2 and here we go. And hammer, 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 hammer. And next chord, hammer, hammer. And last chord. And then back to the C chord. There it is. And again, my pinky, if it looked like it was doing anything, it wasn't. It just kind of rests on top of my third finger for whatever reason, just to stay out of the way and stay off the fretboard. And that's it. I hope, Reagan, that you have a really great week. I hope that your foot heals well, and maybe the boot will already be off next week when I see you. Take care, Reagan. Bye-bye.